What's up, people? Wow, it's another video, and you might be like, why are they wearing the same clothes as the last video that came out yesterday? Well, that's because we filmed this back to back, and we just filmed the other video that came out yesterday, like 2 seconds ago. But nobody cares about that. What people care about is
nobody cares about
the most our most memorable our amusement park experiences.
Spit it out, kid.
We've been to a lot of amusement parks a lot of different times, so of course we've had to have some memorable experiences.
Now these could be good,
coaster feather,
bad, whatever, but
yes.
There are times that we were at parks and something happened where we were like, oh my God, it was either something that was really funny to us,
yeah,
something that was scary to us,
something that was exciting, just anything. And Coaster Feather is just here, yoit.
Okay, not in any particular order. We didn't really put these in any order.
No. So we're gonna start off with, let's start off with my first roller coaster.
Your first roller coaster, okay.
My first roller coaster, it is the one, the only, Maverick. That was my first roller coaster. Maverick at Cedar Point was my first roller coaster when I was like 8 years old.
Let me explain.
And he took me on it. He took me on Maverick, and I was like,
let me explain.
And I was freaking out.
I felt like a horrible father at the time, but now you can say that your first coaster was Maverick.
I know, but I felt like my head was, I was going to get decapitated.
I had a friend who had season passes. His kids are a little bit older than Milo. And they invited us to come along, and they were platinum pass holders, and they got cheap tickets for one weekend. And I'm like, perfect time to take you. We got an early entry with them, and they rushed back to Maverick right away for their first ride. And I told them, I'm like, listen, this isn't a starter coaster.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know it was the scariest ride in the park. But yeah.
And so he's like, oh, his little baby 8-year-old self. He was like, oh, I'll go on it. I'm like, okay, if you want to go on it, let's go on it. And we were on it, and his fat little face was shaking, blah, 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 and I was like holding on to him, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't enjoy the ride at all. But now you get to say that your first roller coaster was Maverick. How many people get to say that?
Yeah. Anyways, number two, well, I guess not number two, the second one that we named, whatever, is getting stuck on Gemini's lift hill.
I was scared to death.
We got on Gemini.
Nothing scares me more than thinking that I'd have to walk down rickety side thing where the railing's about to fall off and I'm going to fall and I'm going to die.
Gemini's 125 feet. That's pretty tall. But we were like 13 feet off the ground, I would say. I don't even think the back row was even on the lift hill.
No,
but it was
scary.
fun because everyone was like talking to the people on the other train who just kept going. They were going through everyone was laughing, and then it was like super fun. I enjoyed it so much.
Because Gemini,
I loved it.
With the dueling coaster, so there's two.
You need to turn down that ringer. We're recording a video here.
We had to emphasize that this isn't good or bad because here is an experience, same experience. I looked at it as bad. He looked at it as good.
Yeah. All right. So next is, there's a video about this.
Well, there was a time that we were in line for Top Thrill Dragster, and there was this lady who may or may not be considered GP.
May or may not.
But she was talking, and I started making some jokes, pretending that I was GP, and talking about Iron Dragon, talking about Ruger, talking about Top Thrill Dragster, and just saying all sorts of dumb stuff. And so here,
as you
take a look.
It's just upside down.
So you're upside down the entire ride?
No,
look at that. Why is it under the track?
That's a dangling coaster. You didn't notice it.
That doesn't look safe. How do they keep you from falling out?
You're sitting in an enclosed thing, but it's just hanging from.
And that's Iron Dragon right there. Well,
no,
see, it's not. You're not upside down there. So why are you upside down at the other one?
Pretzel place is closed.
So yeah, that was it.
That was a little piece, little snippet of it, But that was just a lot of fun. We were laughing, we were having fun.
Anyway, enough about that.
But that was just a
really
fun,
good.
memorable experience.
Oh,
we
yeah,
were
and then
there.
we saw
We were there
her.
with our friends from Coaster Legend.
Then we saw her again.
We've seen her actually many times at the park.
We've only seen her twice.
Oh, I thought a few times.
Next is probably now we've done this. Well, he's mostly done this whole. It was water bottle challenge on Mystic Timbers. Now he does this thing where he takes a water bottle on Mystic Timbers. Only Mystic Timbers, never done it on any other ride. I don't know why it's only Mystic Timbers. But
Because Mystic Timbers doesn't. I think I had a water bottle.
Yeah.
And Mystic Timbers doesn't have any bins or anything, and I forgot to put the water bottle in any bush or anything like that. And so we're in line for Mystic Timbers, and I had to sneak it onto the ride with me
But the
and
thing is-
hold it. And when we were going, I was like, hey, you know what? Why don't I try to drink? I thought it would be funny to try to drink while I'm on the ride. So while we're going down the hill, I'm opening up and trying to drink, and water splashing everywhere, and we always get all wet and soaking.
And he's done that a few times, and it's the best times on Mystic Timbers. And one time
It's
in
fun.
particular was really good.
One
When
time
we
in
were
particular.
usually we're in the back row, so no one behind us gets wet. But this time we're in the second to back row, and there's these two like teenagers, kids, whatever. I don't know how old they were, but they were behind us, and
I decided to do it anyway.
yeah. Well, you asked like, oh, do you mind if you get a little wet or something? I can't remember. But we were on it. They were getting soaked. We were getting soaked. We were flying around.
They were laughing, though. They were having fun.
Oh, yeah. And then
They
at
were
the
loving
end,
it.
they're like, oh, that was so amazing.
They had fun.
Yes.
We had fun. So it's just one of those memorable experiences.
And we do it, and he does it all the time. And I'm there, and I get soaked, and it's amazing. Bah!
Excuse me? Are you all right? What? What happened? I don't know. Is this a water ride? I got all... It's amazing.
Highly recommend. Next is Halloween Nights. Now, he's never been to Halloween Nights, but I've been to there once. Now, Halloween Nights is an insane experience on its own, but there were kind of three, mostly two rides that really stood out. The third that kind of stood out was Thunderbird, close to the back row on, I think, the left side of the train. It was at night, and it was flying. But that's not what I'm talking about.
Are you done
I'm
talking about Halloween Nights yet?
No. I'm talking about Voyage and Raven at night. Now, he's been to Holiday World, as you see the vlog right here. Raven is good. Raven is a good ride. Voyage is an amazing ride. I went to Halloween Nights. Raven felt unsafe. How fast it moved through the turns was insane. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh. I was like out of breath at the end of the ride. It was insane. Raven. I was like, oh my God, how is it that fast? Should it be that fast? I don't know.
You're still talking about
this? It was
this?
insane. And then that was just Raven. Voyage, on the other hand, it also didn't feel safe. It was so loud. People were screaming. People were flying around. It is insane. Voyage and night, just ride it. Just ride it. I'm not even going to tell you about it. Just ride it, and you can find out for yourself. And make sure to ride Raven at night, too. Because Raven at night is just as insane as Voyage at night.
Now, our last memorable experience. This is a memory that I wish to forget.
It is good, it's bad, it's hilarious. It's bad and hilarious.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's hilarious. But it's also very bad.
Very bad.
Anyway, we took a trip to Dorney, Hershey, and Knoebels. You see the vlog. And right here, here's the Knoebels vlog. When we're at Knoebels, very sketchy place. Talk about, like, Knoebels was...
It's a
Sketchy.
fair. It's a fair that
just
you would see
bigger.
in a random parking lot.
Yeah, it's just bigger.
Just bigger.
People say it's like a fair but better. No, it's just a fair but bigger. So they have Phoenix, which everyone knows, but it's not that. It's Twister. We went on Twister. We sat in one of the rows, whenever it was. We got in. We started flying around the track. And I was like, oh my God, this is like a little too fast. It was going flying all around the turns. It was probably putting a lot of stress.
It just makes
on the track.
it just fast around the turns.
Yes.
But it was a
Insanely
fun
fast.
coaster. We were enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, it was really good. So then we get to, so there's this little turn where the brakes are, and then you like fly into the station, and the brakes there, and like there's brakes, you know. So when we're coming around the turn where there's brakes were, insanely fast, the brakes did not kick in, and we were flying around this turn where it should have been braking. I was like, okay, gonna brake sometime soon.
I was starting to get a little sketched out by that point. And then
we reached the station.
Once we hit the station, we weren't slowing down
at all.
At all.
And we flew through the station at like 50 miles an hour. Might I remind you that there are no like guardrails separating the people who are waiting from the train. Like, you know how there's a gate they have to wait behind when you're waiting for a row on the train. There were no guardrails. So there weren't anyone separating from us and the train, but nobody jumped on. But we were flying through that station, and we went through the station all the way to the first lift hill of the ride, flew through the station, looked back.
I looked back because I was like, I didn't know if that was supposed to happen or not, because it didn't seem like it should, because there should be no way that you fly through a station like that where someone could accidentally be close and get hurt or something. So I knew that didn't seem right. When I looked back, I saw the workers like this, like literally doing that.
The heck?
And I'm like, okay, we just flew through this.
And then we're on the first, because there's 2 lift hills. We're on the first lift hill, and I was like, okay, we're going to stop here. No. Maybe the second one? No. We flew through the ride again. Way too fast, the way too fast ride. And we flew into the brakes. I was like, come on, we gotta stop. I wasn't gonna spend the rest of my life going around on
I honestly thought that we would have to go around a few times. I didn't know.
Really?
I didn't know what to think.
I figured that we would
I thought maybe someone would get out in front of us and try to stop the train or something.
Yeah.
Like, put some worker out there.
It braked how it was normal. And we flew, and then we went in the station at a normal speed, and it braked. And then when we got off, no one said anything. Like, nothing happened at all. Workers didn't say anything. People's faces just, we got off. They loaded the next train on with all the people like nothing happened. And they went on the rest of their day riding Twister.
Okay, well, the most unique experience on any coaster, to show how shoddy this place is, we just flew through the station and went on it again. The brakes didn't work.
So we just flew by and then went around a second time.
We were on Twister here at Knoebels, and we were finishing up. And we were coming close to the station, and the brakes didn't initiate, and we just flew through the station and went through a second time. But
that concludes our list of the most memorable experiences. At amusement parks.
Fun, the good, the bad, the ugly. All
ugly,
of them
the good,
rolled
and the
into
bad,
one.
Rolled in. So make sure.
Now hold on. I want you guys to comment down below what your most memorable experience is.
Yeah, do that.
Let us know if you had a similar scary experience, if there was something like really fun that you guys experienced at a park.
Really
Parks
scary.
are fun. That's why we all love them so much.
Really scary, really
but
fun.
Anything that happened. Did you get a rollback on Top Thrill Dragster?
Mm.
Did you get stuck on the top of Top Thrill Dragster?
Ah!
Did you get stuck on Millennium and have to go down the little elevator cart?
That's gonna happen to you. Bye bye. Make sure you watch more videos. Bye.